for you guys. Find out what you need to know. So if this landed on your feed, this is for you. Definitely a sign in here. This is for somebody's money situation. I'm wondering if this isn't like soul purpose, light worker type energy here. Somebody who's a light worker who maybe has started their soul purpose of being a light worker, or if you do, you might come up against enemies, people trying to hold you back with this rat card here. It says someone working against you behind your back. So yeah, there's going to be at least one rat or rats having to do with your money. We also have Queen of Pentacles here. This deck is the Angel Tarot deck. If anybody's interested in it, you can check out the link, the orange shopping cart below. But anyway, so this is the Queen of Pentacles. And it says 55, which means big changes of your highest good in the long run, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. It says the eternal God, but it almost looks like she's going shh, you know, like it's a secret. And it says intellectual lucidity provides consolation and compensation. So I definitely feel like this reading is about somebody who either has or will have people that work against them when it comes to a money-making opportunity. And some of these other cards are giving me potentially working for God here, being like an earth angel. This card over here, this death card, says God, the end of the universe. Death, endings and rebirth, influences health and longevity. But I feel like I could take two things from this card. The typical death meaning that this just means transformation. Again, it does say endings and rebirth, but since it says God, the end of the universe, coming up with some of these other readings and what's going on lately. If you're on my lives, you know that I kind of feel like we might be going through the return of Christ, but not how the Christian faith would have it be, not a man that comes down and goes, you get to go to heaven, you don't get to go to heaven, you know, that kind of thing. I think it's, if we're going through a spiritual awakening, they call the ascension process, ascending towards Christ consciousness, right? So I do feel like we're in a period where we're going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. Again, if you've been on my lives, you hear me talk about this all the time. I haven't really mentioned it in a lot of videos I've made. So if you haven't been on my lives, maybe you haven't heard this, but I think there's other people out there in the spiritual community that kind of feel the same way. But this card is giving me, like I said, it says God, the end of the universe. Okay, the death card. And I feel like this has to do with somebody being a light worker, helping with the transformation, going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, going the light worker or workers that are helping with the spiritual awakening process, the Great Awakening. Okay, so we have Queen of Pentacles. So again, yes, it is your money, right? And that says the eternal God. We have Page of Swords, God the refuge, and it says refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. So one of the things that, at least personally for me, that as I've been going through this spiritual awakening journey, is that, you know, we were being given from God these epiphanies, this esoteric wisdom seems to be part of it, right? So again, I feel like this is saying God, it says God the refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. We have 10 of Swords, the marvelous God. There's like all these eyes. It's like a bunch of metal put together, and a bunch of eyes, and it says revelation, protects from sadness, gives revelation in dreams. Also return of Christ, revelation, right? So I'm getting like this has to do potentially with the time period we're in, where I personally think it has something to do with the return of Christ, but the spirit of Christ returning to activate us all through this spiritual awakening process to ascend. Not that people hadn't done that before us, but it is called the Great Awakening in the past however many years, 4 years, 5 years, right? And then we have Broom, new home, new attitude. So it's like sweeping up our mental houses here, because this is the expansion of consciousness, the transformation, the evolution of humanity is what's really happening. It's it's not the end of the world. I believe that there's a lot of prophecy in the Bible, but I believe that it was kind of taken out of context or misinterpreted, and we're now learning. We're all kind of seeing. There's a lot of people that I've heard kind of say things like this too, so I know I'm not alone. But these cards kind of fit that. And so there might have been a devil energy or people working behind your back, one or more people, to hurt your pentacles, your money, as you try to do something to be a light worker. But 555, there's going to be big changes of your highest good. Again, this card says intellectual lucidity provides consolation and compensation. So I believe God's saying, we're going to make you this queen of pentacles, whether you're a man or a woman, somebody who's abundant, right? We're going to we're going to provide consolation and compensation for any hardships you're going through. 555, big changes of your highest good, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. We're going to be your refuge. There's like this little, baby Cupid angel here. But the angel has something over his mouth, like he's being kept quiet. So yeah, maybe somebody's trying to hurt your money. Maybe somebody's trying to suppress you and not let you speak these mysteries, not let you talk about it. Page of Swords, usually in the Rider-Waite Tarot, is about somebody watching you on social media. So you might have, like if you have a channel like I do, you might be, now or in the future, if you try to do this light work, silenced. But I feel like God's saying, we're going to be your refuge. We're going to give you consolation and compensation for any hardships that you endure. And this says governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. And the other card, 10 of Swords, the marvelous God, says revelation protects from sadness, gives revelation in dreams. So we got two cards talking about dreams. So I feel like this is for somebody who's going to have epiphanies, wisdom given to them from spirit, probably as they're sleeping in their dreams. So make sure you're writing a dream journal. Again, the 10 of Swords is about a difficult chapter ending, a difficult situation. So I feel like they're saying, if you have encountered these somebody, or even just devil energy trying to stop you from moving forward, trying to silence you, trying to hurt your money, they're going to be your refuge. God is going to be your refuge. These angels are going to be your refuge. And he's going to turn out to be this marvelous God. We have number 17, which breaks down to 8. So that is about you getting your abundance. So we definitely have you getting your money, getting, providing consolation to you and compensation, refuge, and you getting wisdom in your dreams. Okay, so let me know in the comment section if this resonates with something you're already going through. But again, this is a transformation. Again, this is a transformation. It is a transformative process where you're just sweeping things out, old things that don't need to be in your life, in your head anymore. On this journey, how many times do we hear, get rid of things that don't serve you? So here you are, sweeping it up, cleaning it up little by little, and it is a transformation. It is for your highest good, and you will be compensated at some point, I don't know when, for whatever you've been through. You will be given refuge by the angels here. Again, she's saying shh here, and this one, the angels being silenced here. So you're coming to the end of a cycle as part of, you're going to be given these revelations to share with people. That is what God wants you to do. But just know that if you do encounter any obstacles, it will be made right at some point. I don't know when. It could, maybe it'll be a while. I don't know. But we do have money. We have abundance here. We have, and also it says endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. So I feel like you're going to have a long, healthy life. And, if you do this work for God, and you will be compensated. Again, let me know in the comment section if this fits.